Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. Last time we finally got a big banquet together, which was apparently our big test to see if we were cool enough to be shown how to take on Titan. And take on Titan we did, and we kicked his ass. It's not very difficult, as I suspected it would be. As I suspected it wouldn't be. I don't know. I didn't think it would be difficult, and it wasn't. So now we're facing down a long stretch of main story quests. Things will probably start to get interesting again, but we're going to take a brief break to do 2 summoner quests so we can get a couple new spells. Austerities of Earth. Titan's essence infuses your aura, Mangg. I foresee no further obstacles preventing us from attempting the next ritual. Shall we proceed with the austerities of Earth? I have every confidence that you will succeed in binding Titan Eggy to your will. According to my research, the most suitable location for the ritual is a place found to the southwest of Alder Springs in the North Shroud, a heretofore buried lair of ancient rock exposed by the violent upheavals of the Calamity has lent the surrounding area an overwhelming earthen aspect. The conditions will be perfect. I will await you at our destination, Mangg. Dude, who is fucking breaking bottles over and over while I'm talking? Oh, and then as soon as I stop, it's done. Great. Just breaking bottles left and right. God damn it. Alrighty. The rituals you are about to perform is essentially no different from the austerities of flame. Instead of fire, however, you will be concentrating on shifting your etheric balance toward the spectrum of Earth. Once you have achieved the required state of Earthen affinity, the Primal's captured essence will tumble forth and coalesce into the stony form of Titan Eggy. As before, you must demonstrate unflinching authority if you would convince the newborn avatar to heed your commands. Let us begin. Level sync to 39. Ooh, looks even more badass. Okay, let me bring out Ifrit, and we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. There's a little bit of these things. This, this. Okay, he's not going down quick. Alright, it's a little bit of a fight compared to some other shit I've been facing. I think we got this one in the bag, though. Done. Oh, well done, Mangg. I come in search of Allegan relics. And what do I find but a pair of incompetent dabblers? By what jest of fate did you chance across such undeserved power? And who might you be, sir, to so boldly question our accomplishments? If you have indeed unlocked the secrets of summoning, then you must be in possession of the very treasure I seek. How terribly convenient. I need only slay you both and take what I need from your bloody corpses. I'm gonna summon fucking Bahamut. Or little Ifrit. Gods below, a summoner? But how? Cease your infantile prattle. The continuation of my divine work far outweighs the worth of your pitiful lives. Defeat the Dark Summoner. Okay. Yeah, I probably want to ignore Ifrit and just focus on this dude. Stop. That's not a fucking summon spell. And what? You sure you're a summoner? Okay, gravity force. He might be a time mage, man. Maybe you don't know what you're doing here. Okay. Why do you struggle so? Your unwillingness to accept oblivion but delays the inevitable. Heed me, Avatar of Infernal Flame. Incinerate these fools in an all-consuming hellfire. Oh shit! What? Feel nature's fury, you vile blackguard! Ugh, I tire of this childish game. Thank your gods for granting you another day of miserable existence. He's gone. What a decidedly unpleasant fellow. You learn how to summon Titan Eggy. Just like I always wanted. Well, I suggest we return to Apkalu Falls. I have no desire to linger here and chance another encounter with whomever that deranged mage was. We can summon Titan Eggy. But would I want to? What is the benefit of summoning the Titan Eggy? It's not really made clear. I mean, that just summons Ifrit. Fuck, I'm getting turned around. I'm trying to figure out how to summon Titan Eggy. Here you can summon Bahamut, although it really summons Demi Bahamut. That's not as cool. Pretty cool, but not as cool. I must say, I did not expect to meet another practitioner of the summoning arts. I also did not expect to be suddenly fighting for my life. What precious treasure do we carry that this callous stranger was so willing to kill us to possess it? Such mysteries aside, I am most glad you were able to secure Titan Eggy before the summoner decided to unleash his fiery avatar. Without its protection, I doubt we would have survived that conflagration. The Eggy of Earth, as was so aptly demonstrated, excels at defense. You should certainly take the time to explore its capabilities, as well as its limitations. Be careful, however, not to neglect your offense completely. Meanwhile, I should confer with my colleague in the Sons of Saint Quenach, and see what I might learn of that hostile summoner. We shall meet anon. We shall meet now. Energy Siphon. When you have Soul the Summoner equipped, casting the spell Summon 2 will now call upon Titan Egg instead of Topaz Carbuncle. Okay. Well, let's see what it looks like here. Titan Eggy. Alright, so we got Earth and Armor. Creates a barrier around you, just like the Carbuncle did. And Mountain Buster. Deals earth damage with a potency of 250 to all nearby enemies. Okay. Well, that's similar to the other one, although it seems better than Ifrit's AoE. Well, that's something. And then we got Energy Siphon. Similar to Energy Drain, but it's an AoE for way less damage. And they share a cooldown timer. So it's not, you know, not incredible. There isn't much reason to even use it, but okay. Shadowing the Summoner. How fared you with your training, Mangg? For my part, I had some success in uncovering the identity of our mystery attacker. We knew that our assailant was capable of summoning Ifrit Eggy, so I perused the records of past expeditions for those who claim to have triumphed against the Lord of the Inferno. Of those victorious primal hunters, there were 8 names listed as present whereabouts unknown. After eliminating unlikely candidates based on race and gender, I was left with but a single name, Tristan. Assuming the records are accurate, this hero was once registered as a soldier in the Immortal Flames. As to how the man came by his skills as a summoner, or why he sought to kill us, however, I remain woefully ignorant. Nevertheless, I've witnessed him use the art of summoning for casual brutality, and that I cannot countenance. This power should never be employed for the sake of tyranny or personal gain. It was meant to oppose such evils. It is our responsibility to bring this Tristan to justice. Should we stand idle, his reprehensible actions could very well stain the good name of future summoners who have yet to answer their calling. The art itself could be outlawed. Very mention of it, taboo. Now, through my inquiries, I was able to determine that a war comrade from Tristan's days in the military resides in Little Alamigo. I ask that you pay a visit to this former soldier and learn what he knows of our callous villain. You got it. Heading straight there. Now, the spell we're going to learn from this quest is a little bit more exciting. As it is just like a spammable AoE. Not that we really are even doing much AoE in these story missions. Sometimes when we fight big groups. And in dungeons we're doing scholars, so, you know, it's not like, holy crap, I gotta have it, but it'll be nice. Right, here it is. Well, seems like Tristan wasn't telling tall tales after all. He said I could expect some primal adult sod to show up and start asking questions. Why don't you stay here and play with some friends of mine? I have a message to deliver. He's all yours, ladies. Ladies? Alright. Oh. Give me that earthen armor. do the big buster attack. Do the big buster. Okay, that was, oh, okay, that's pretty good. Alright, so now you want me to go straight back and hand it in. Wow, what the fuck? Well, that's very quick. I guess maybe if you hadn't been to Little Alamigo, but you had to go here for the main quest, so yeah, pretty fast. So I guess we'll be getting back to the main story pretty quickly. You were set upon. The fiend is one step ahead of us. I'd wager 10 years of dig site findings that Tristan warned his old allies long before you set foot in that settlement. They thought you one of the tempered, a mortal enthralled to a primal's will. In addition to being ruthless, it appears that our opponent is highly intelligent and not quite as deranged as I first assumed. Such a level of planning hints at the existence of some greater scheme, but that is still all we know. For the moment, we must be content with the knowledge that he perceives us as a threat and is aware of our efforts to track him. Speaking of which, you did exceedingly well to survive the trap into which I blithely sent you. I must apologize for my carelessness. I will not underestimate this man again. On a happier note, however, my efforts to decipher the Allegan text proceed apace. Here, you must read this. With your skills already tried and tested against the Eggy, you should have little difficulty in mastering a secondary summoning technique such as this. Let us put this day's disaster behind us and focus on the wonders that lie ahead. Works for me, along with 45,000 XP. And there you go, Outburst. Alright. Yeah, I don't really know where to put it. I guess put it there. Okay. You can't take it with you back over in Camp Drybone. Let's get to it. And we'll just about hit 42. Pretty exciting. Start to get into the real meat of these the jobs, I suppose. Not really. I mean, I've heard some people say like, "Oh, this job doesn't really get exciting until level like 72." You know, great. I don't know if they said that about Summoner or not. I don't remember. Excuse me, Mangg. Do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Yep. A ballpoint chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers. Those things don't come cheap, you know. Yeah, well, how about this? Wait, what does this say? Okay. Yeah, a bunch of... Okay. That was a lot of text for some reason. Thal's balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Okay, so this guy paid out the ass for some basic tools. Because he's crazy? Where did he get the money? What is happening? He's like a monk in a church. In a, you know, it's a tiny church, really. Have you brought the tools I requested? I sure did. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how? How did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Mangg. This was a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. Good day to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? No, I don't give a shit. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased? Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But, mayhap more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. I don't know. You think I know? I'm level 42. Okay. Book of Silver. Not an upgrade. Shame, shame. I recognize you now, Mangg. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you to find closure. So you want me to go back to the wake? Alright, fine. Fine. I'll do whatever you say. I have no qualms about anything, and I never complain. Hey, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. But thankfully you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. It was the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damn Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? You just have one of them faces. Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. I want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folk are starting to turn. Turn into what? Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, am I supposed to feel really emotional about these nameless characters? I don't think so. Why would... Oh, because that was a little one. Alright, I guess. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. That's true. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. Oh my god, I really gotta... What? Come on, man. This is just bad filler. I'm not gonna start weeping over the, you know, the weight, the emotional weight of this activity of, oh, burying my comrades that were so cruelly cut down. Oh god, this guy whose name I never knew and I probably never met him in my life. Oh god. Fallen Sylph, isn't this Neuraxia who actually had a name? You don't even name it there? What the fuck? Alright, well. Toss it in the coach. Toss it in the carriage. Come on, let's finish this before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. Sure thing, pal. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Yes, that's awesome. Although we can perform rites for most of the Scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Alright, I guess that makes sense. I mean, you didn't expect to go from fighting Titan to just straight into fighting Ramuh. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Here, take this shit. Neuraxia. But this one does not understand. Komuxio. This one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned a little solace? But why? These ones have not requested further aid. Got this dead bitch. Araxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So, not only Neuraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Oh, Neuraxia. Neuraxia went to Thanalan at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. Well... This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Neuraxia home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Sure, you're real fearsome. Back and forth. Can't argue with the XP, though. Hard to beat. I mean, that little dialogue and teleportation, and you get like 40,000 or something. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burns for now, Mangg. 36,000. Yep. Yeah, Lich is an old school word for corpse, if you don't know. So, corpse yard, which I guess is sort of like graveyard. It's certainly a cooler word, Lich yard. I'm not imagining it, Mangg. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. If you pay me, I'll do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Whoop. Oh shit, Imperial Frumentarius. Oh, good. Do some of this, this. Dead. So the Empire is watching this guy, huh? He must be somebody pretty important. And he was in the big battle. Calamity. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please, allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend! That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who is watching Marquise was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Alright. Thanks for another 36,000 XP.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
Oh, shit!
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here, these belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Dude, he's looking like Thunder God Cid from Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, and he's got fucking Mjolnir. It's all coming together.
Who are you? Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
All right. Now that we got Sid back in the game, now we Final Fantasy, baby. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garlon would be last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Mangg. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the great Gubu Wall of Ulda. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthos. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthos. Mayhap the Serpent Station there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Mangg. Sid can look after himself, dude. He's a fucking Thunder God. No, in this game he probably is not the Thunder God. He's more like, he's more like, I don't know, Final Fantasy IV Sid, I get. No, he's not quite that goofy, though. Final Fantasy... V Sid? What was Final Fantasy V Sid? Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthos. What became of it after that, I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vortifart. Vortifart. At Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Yeah, you let me worry about that. Let me... You've come in search of Vortifart, then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthos. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Good. Give me money. And a belt? I will take your belt, even though I just got a new belt. Why are you handing out so many belts? It was on the eve of the Battle of Cartanu, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden, the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Korthas. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Great, so another decade of being a bitch. Just how I like it. Okay, so this little green leaf thing that marks me as a new player, it goes away once you have more than 40 hours of playtime. / played work / play / time. I don't know exactly how you tell. It doesn't matter, but you can also turn it off manually. But I don't know. I am a new player, so fuck it. Let people know. Let the word be out there. Mangg is a new player. Alright, we're in a snowy area now. Look at this. Probably would look better during the day, but it's always nighttime in this game. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How absurd. As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Ooh, a new robe, huh? Alright. That's a lot on the line. It has to look good, man. It has to look good. It's a linen robe, which sounds like a level 1 thing. Okay. Alright. That's not... It's not, atrocious. We could make it red again. I kind of like. I don't know if there's really going to be any other color I'm super happy with. They hand out a lot of free, nasty, lame colors. Alternatively, I could cast glamour on it, so I could make it look like any one of these. So I could make it look like what I was wearing. Which was this. But no, we'll mix it up. We'll keep things fresh. Unending war. Hello and have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? You should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Want me to tickle your butthole for you while I'm at it? Wait a minute. Where the fuck is this guy? Oh, I see. Here we go. Here we go again. And hit him with a little mountain burst. And a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of mountain burst. And then I can spam outburst. Oh, that guy's dead. Never mind. Don't spam outburst. If it wasn't for you, sir, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Is there not an aetheryte in this place? Wow. Aetheryte's up here at Camp Dragonhead. Okay. Oh, this is just the observatorium. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we are without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understood that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Edmel, let's do it. Ah, the gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamort up above. Just talk to everybody. I'll just be the best friend this world has ever seen. Nobody's a better friend than Mangg. All the way up top, huh? Well, a good friend goes all the way to the top. That's what he do. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Hallown's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlamore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume. You honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandare's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthos 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, you would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurthos. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durandare in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. Well, you give me a bunch of XP. Although some money would be good. What about Jacia? She'll help me out. You there, sir. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the Chief Astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favor in exchange. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixil in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Alright, well, I'll tell you right now, he's dead. But when I bring you that news, you better give me money. Shit. Oh, look at that. One. Alright, I don't think you can die from fall damage. Which is really weird. Okay, so we're going east. If I knew you couldn't die from fall damage, we would have been doing all sorts of shit. Let me see. Fall damage. Why can't fall damage kill you? Only if you're in combat. Huh. Okay. Only in combat will fall damage kill you. That's pretty nice, gotta say. It reminds me of early WoW, where warriors in defensive stance could never die from fall damage if they were at full health. And that was awesome. Did all sorts of cool stuff with that. And then they changed it, because WoW is about not having fun. And Final Fantasy XIV seems to be about having fun. Except for some of this bullshit quest, but never you mind that. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamn birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixil were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. Well, fuck you too, pal. See, because in WoW, it makes sense that fall damage would kill you. Right? It makes sense. But that doesn't mean it's, you know, enjoyable. Whereas in here, it does not make sense that fall damage cannot kill you. But who cares? You know, no one's complaining about that. Kind of like Monster Hunter, you know? Makes no sense that you can jump off gigantic cliffs in Monster Hunter and be perfectly fine. But it's great, you know? It's very enjoyable, and having fall damage would suck. The arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him, you've already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sign of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honor-bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalane for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Alright, dude, no fall damage. Test number 2. Okay, well that wasn't... There you go. That's great. I'm so glad I know that now. And your health recovers super quick. You don't have to sit down and eat food and shit. God. Caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you have rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you, but while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Fuck you, man! No, we'll take the money. 3 for 3. Now, I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Halenhart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. Well, I mean, at least it's all pretty close by. Nothing's like travel to the other ass end of the world and go on this expedition to find a goblin's fart in a jar, you know, whatever. I wonder why that third one over there is surrounded by ominous purple smoke. I hope there isn't an enemy there waiting to ambush us. Oh no! Alright, bring it in, boys. Bring it in so I can do the energy siphon and bane and outbursts and mountain busters and... oh, you spam the outbursts. There you go, and do another mountain buster and outbursts. Okay, they're dead. That was it. That was the quest. I'm kind of curious. I definitely wouldn't want to do it, but I'm kind of curious what the main story looked like before they streamlined it and cut out a bunch of quests. Because, I mean, even now, it still seems like there's a bunch of filler. But this is the trim version. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? I sure do. Gods bless you, friend. It's all here, every last... Ah, but wait. That chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells, that's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me, our draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Francel? Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Halenhart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Halenhart. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Damn, we've got a little 40k going on here with Inquisitors and heretics. Like that. Alright. Let's see here. Let me see. Okay. So, we still have 13 quests to go. That's probably going to be 2 more videos, and then we can do the dungeon and get to the exciting stuff. And the story's really going to ramp up. So, yeah, let's do one more. Making an even dozen. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halenhart for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. An Edelweiss? What the... This behemoth is pretty cool. I still want the fat cat, but behemoth is pretty cool for something that was free. Yes? You look as though you have something to say. Do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? Brilliant. I see Sir Carlo has not forgotten my mother's favorite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Korthos since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. That's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Alas, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbor even the slightest doubt... This will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It is only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. Missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Harchafant of House Fortemps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Alright, well, we gotta go there anyways to get the, Ethernet. Etherite? Plenty of hunting targets here. Plenty of XP, although we're going to hit 43 off this one. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-traveled adventurer. If you are come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I am not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray tell me why you have come. If there is any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes. The letter made mention of a pressing matter for which he required assistance. What might that be? Need an airship, dude. So this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Kurthos before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishkar did not participate in the Battle of Cartanu, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I will see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemp. Alright, and you're even gonna give me pants? Your pants suck ass. I'm taking your money. There you go, 43. Leveling is good. Alrighty then. We'll leave it off here. Plenty more quests to go. Do not fret. And I think once we get that airship and stuff, it's going to start getting pretty wild. My name is Mangg. Gaming watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.